Just doing some welding on this swing arm. I had all this tacked together and I'm starting to weld together. I'm going to weld for a bit and I'll let you know how the progress goes. It's going to be a bit of welding. Catch you on some type of time-lapse thing.
Camera is not here today.
That's right. Our cameraman is not here today. Welding that up on pretty well. I have it over cooling for now because it's pretty hot. Again, no welding expert, but I feel pretty confident in the weld that it's gonna be fine. But my welds aren't the prettiest thing in the world, but they're also not the ugliest. Over the years, it got a lot better. I digress. Trent's over there working on. Hey guys. Yeah, he's working on his starter, trying to get the electric start to work. And he's making good progress. And the only reason we're yelling is because audio is quiet. What I'm gonna be doing now is, I already did some up here. I get rid of this fin where this was two pieces were pressed and then welded together, spot welded together pretty much. I'm welding down the center, and then this will get taken down, and then there will be a plate gets put up and reinforce this whole thing because it might be overkill, because the shock's gonna just mount up here. But this is really thin metal, and while I'm in here, I'm just gonna do the whole thing. This whole thing's gonna get reinforced because we can. So I'm gonna be grinding down this bottom half and then welding it, and then that's probably about all for tonight. I got it pretty sanded down here. I'll show you a little bit. I don't know how you can see that, but it sounds pretty flat. And as you can see, it's literally two pressed pieces of frame that are welded together, which is way different than if we take over here. This is bike's a 75. Yep. And it's the big brother. Well, I mean, it's 360, but it'd be considered like the big brother of that bike. And not press frame. And even similar yeared bikes as these, I think I'm pretty sure even the 350F, which is similar in year, does not have a press frame. So I don't know if, I never looked into it, but I'm sure it was someone saving money and faster production. Big issue I have with welding this is, unless I could have my welder set up better, but like this gets really good, nice penetration. It might be a little hot, but the metal's so thin here that, I mean, you can only weld a short little bit, then let it cool a bit, weld a short little bit. It's almost like tack welding it together. But I can see inside the back of this. Now the penetration's fine, so it's definitely a solid weld, but it's not the funnest to weld. I'll show you around the back. All right, I'm just gonna sand these down a bit now. Just so you see, I grinded them down a bit. And then anywhere where I could see a crack or anything that didn't feel was good enough penetration, I re-welded. And I can look inside and you can tell it's a full piece of metal pretty much now. And then like I said, it's gonna get a plate from here to here, and that'll be welded up the side, so this whole piece will be bridged together a second time. So really, it's probably overkill, but I'll give you a look inside quick. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, the weld's all the way through. So this is pretty much a joined piece of metal. I'm not too worried about any type of splitting. But looks decent enough for me. It's gonna be all hidden anyways under that piece of metal, so I just wanted it smooth enough that the piece of metal going across wouldn't rub. That's why I had to grind it down a fair amount. And also that let me check and make sure that it was a full penetration through. Anyway, we're gonna check in on Trent.
Hey guys, how you doing? I'm in a mess.
You got sidetracked?
Yeah, I decided to switch my bars out because I wanted to. And the one wire was hard to, there wasn't much sticking out of the old bars, and I couldn't pull it through without ripping that wire, so just switched them out.
Yeah. Pretty legit. He got a license plate mount, and he got finally his turn signals and brake light and everything like that wired up. He's trying to get his bike inspected, so he had to get all that stuff working, and it always sucks figuring out wiring. So yes sir.